Hello, I'm Tim Krul. Welcome to Norwich City Central.
Hello everybody, Lewis, Norwich City Central. Hope everyone is well. And talking about Norwich City in the Premier League, I've been sound like a broken record. Norwich City draw 0-0 away at Newcastle, away at St James's Park. Normally that's a good point away from home, but where Norwich City are in the table, they really needed to pick all 3 points up today. And against a very poor Newcastle side, they didn't do that. And now with 13 games to go, some tough fixtures coming up against Liverpool, Leicester, Wolves. Norwich are staring down the barrel of relegation. Results kind of went our way above us, but that doesn't really matter. We're still 7 points off 17th place. And Norwich City are going to need now a miracle to pull off the great escape. I'd love to hear your thoughts down below in the comments section about this game. But overall, it's kind of Norwich, same old, not clinical enough in front of goal. And that's what cost us today. Timo Pukki is a great footballer, but he should have scored today. He should have had a couple today. Duda missed a great chance, and we created so many big chances, Norwich, and we failed to take them. And Newcastle didn't really threaten us. We defended really well. I thought Grant Hanley was great at the back. But it's just the same old story with Norwich City, and I don't like talking about it. I don't like sitting here, doing a review in which we should have won the game, and obviously we didn't. That's how it is. 13 games to go. Norwich City need to turn these draws into wins, and they haven't been able to do that this season, and that is why they're probably going to be going down. But they're playing good football, but that doesn't matter when you need results at this level. Norwich started the game really well. We kind of dominated the majority of the game. Newcastle had the old counter-attack here and there, but Norwich had a great sustained spell of pressure. Sam Byram had 2 great chances in this game, forced a great save from the Newcastle goalkeeper in the first half. In the 16th minute as well in the first half, Pukki forced a great save yet again from the Newcastle goalkeeper. And we kind of dominated the majority of that. We had a lot of possession in this game. I think we had 20 shots on goal, which is ridiculous how we didn't score. 12 corners as well, and I come on to corners in a minute. But we didn't really threaten. Newcastle didn't really create too much. They had their big chance in the 20th minute in which Krul made a great save, and Almiron really should have scored from the rebound, but they didn't. And on that subject of corners, Norwich City had 12 corners in this game. I heard on the commentary, Norwich City have only scored from one set piece and just scored the one headed goal all season. Newcastle, 50% of their goals have come from set pieces. Norwich have just scored the one, and that was against Man City, Kenny McLean header. So, look, we know we're not necessarily a big team. We can create a lot of chances from open play, but a set piece is 12 today. I mean, how did we not score some of them? It's really infuriating. Kenny McLean missed a sitter. We forced a couple of good saves from the goalkeeper, but it's just not good enough, and we just not have that. We don't have that quality, do we? As I said, Pukki's a very good footballer, but he should probably have had some goals today, and there's been other games as well where he should have scored more. But around that behind him, I don't think we have enough goals there. And yeah, it's just really, really infuriating. As well as that, in the second half, we continued to make some great chances. I'm not sure I think Roop's a very good footballer, but I definitely don't think he's a right winger. Possibly someone maybe in that central defensive midfield slot. But he created a great chance for Pukki, who blazed it over in the 71st minute. Norwich's best chance of the game, probably. And how we didn't score this. Some lovely football between Duda and Pukki. Duda's definitely come in and improved the side. Pukki forces a good save from the Newcastle goalkeeper, who's got to be the man of the match. Then they almost put the ball in the rebound as it deflects off Jamal Lascelles, and it falls to Duda 8 yards out. The goal at his mercy, and it's side netting with his left foot. And we're coming away from the game thinking how we didn't score and how we didn't win. And if Norwich City want to survive from relegation and stay in the Premier League, you've got to beat poor sides like Newcastle. Newcastle are probably going to stay up, and well done to them. Fair play to Newcastle, but I wouldn't want to watch Newcastle style of football each and every week. They kind of have no identity. And at least Norwich City do have identity, and I'm amazed Newcastle are in the top half of the table, but yeah, and in the 90th minute as well, I mean, Farke's substitutions are very poor. I think they've got to be on later, although Farke is probably Norwich City's best ever manager, and certainly in my lifetime. The style of play is nice, and Daniel Farke can't put the ball in the back of the net. But Buendia puts in a sensational through ball to Ono Hernandez. He's basically one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and he decides to cut inside, and he's just waiting and can't get his shot off. And this is what I mean about quality. Ono Hernandez is in a great position to score, and he can't even get the shot off. And that's the difference between the Championship and the Premier League. We just don't have the quality in both boxes. But today, defensively, we did okay, but we don't have the quality in both boxes to be able to stay up in this league. That's how it's looked like that's how it's looked like so far this season. And unless Norwich City manage to suddenly, find this quality and find these key shots and decisive moments, we're probably going to go down. But I'd love to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section. Norwich City play really well, really good, really good, likeable players. As I said, this is the most likeable team in my lifetime, and I'll be gutted if we do get relegated, because it means we probably will lose most of these players. And as I said, play good football. But you got to. It's not about the performance. It's about the result. And Norwich City were not clinical enough today, and that is why we're going to struggle to survive in the Premier League. But I'd love to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section. Newcastle 0, Norwich City 0.